So this person says, your video kept glitching, but my question was, what if you don't have a spare 7,000? So what is he talking about? In one of my videos, I was discussing for the people who do not live in the United States of America what it's like to experience American healthcare. And what I was discussing a surgery that I had to have done. And I forget which one I was in that video, whether it was my hip surgery or it was my gallbladder surgery. I forget which one it was in that video. But I was explaining how you pay hundreds of dollars a month, sometimes thousands of dollars a month, to have health insurance. Then when you go to a doctor, you have a copayment. Even though you have the health insurance, you still got to pay something, $50, $100 every time you go. Then you pay a copayment to get your medication. You don't pay the full price, but you pay, a portion of it. And if you have to see a specialist, then you pay another, copayment. So if you have an HMO, you have to go see your primary doctor and give them $50 or $100 so that they can give you a referral to go to a specialist and give them $50 or $100 or $150 to see them. And then, there's costs of ambulance rides and everything. And when you have your insurance, you hit deductibles, right? You have so much out of pocket that you pay, and then the insurance will pick up the rest. And when you have a big surgery like this, our out of pocket was $7,000, and so I had the surgery and I hit the $7,000. So the insurance paid the remainder above and beyond $7,000, but I'm still on the hook for $7,000. And he's asking, well, what happens if you don't have an extra $7,000? Well, typically what happens, like what happens with us when something like this goes down, is you get on a payment plan with the hospital. It's interest free, but you get on a payment plan, and so the hospital will set up an arrangement with you, so many months, so much a month. Or if you can't do that, they'll keep sending you bills forever and ever and ever, amen. And as long as you pay something to it, then somebody's getting paid. But I think it negatively affects your credit if you don't pay it. But you get on a payment plan. So like one of my surgeries was I hit the 7,000. And then I was on a payment plan on that for it was like $160 a month until the $7,000 was gone. And Renee had her heart attack, and when she went into the hospital, she hit her $7,000. And I think the payment plan for hers, I think it was like $230 a month until the $7,000 is gone. And so that's how it goes down. But so if you, like right now, it's the end of February. If you had something like a hip replacement go down and you hit your maximum and you're out of pocket $7,000, you've got to set up a payment plan. Now they're covering the rest of the shit from here on out on major shit like that, right? You're still going to pay your co-payments when you go to see the doctor and the specialist, and you're still going to pay your co-payments for medication. But, let's say you did your hip and you hit your 7,000, and then 3 months later you had to have your gallbladder taken out, or an emergency gallbladder removal. They're going to cover that because you've already hit this. But you can go all the way down to the end of the year and then, flip right over into January and have something happen, and then you hit your 7,000 again. So you could have nothing happen all year long, and December 22nd, you have a heart attack and you hit your 7,000. And now you're at home and you're on the mend, right? And you're on a payment plan for 7,000. You're covered for the remainder of the year, but that's only a few days. And then January 3rd, you're buckled over in pain in the kitchen and they got to take your gallbladder out. That's another 7,000 because it's in a new year. And that's what happens all the time, all over America. We have a couple of payment plans, I think. One for my hip, and there was another one. I don't remember the other one that we're paying on currently, but we have a couple of them set up right now.